Welcome to Bidnik Tutors YouTube channel. In this channel, we will be breaking down topics of each science subject in order for you to have a better understanding of each topics. Because as a teacher, we believe that every student should understand fully every topics they are being taught. So, in order not to miss out on any of our videos, because all the videos we'll be uploading are very important, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, like and share. We also have a Telegram channel where you can communicate with us, ask us questions, and meet with other educators. The link of our Telegram channel is in our YouTube bio and comment section. Now, say these after me. I understand mathematics. I understand physics. I understand.
Hello beautiful people, welcome once again to Bidnik Tutors YouTube channel. I want to use this medium to appreciate every one of you. We are now on 100 subscribers, 100 plus, you understand. Thank you so much. We can't do this without you. You understand? I want to have come this far without you, and we are here because of you. Thank you so much. My husband and I are so grateful. We are so grateful. Please, we need more subscribers, and we need you to watch our videos to the end before downloading it. Please and please watch our videos to the end before downloading it. Please, it's for our own good and also for your own good. Please do so because we actually need this. Do you understand? Thanks once again. Now, to everyone who actually watched the previous video on calculus, the part 1, so now this is the part 2. You understand? Part 2. So we did the first derivative. You understand? Now this is the second derivative. So now this is the derivative of the sum of two or more simple functions. Now the sum of the separate derivatives of the functions. Now this is the sum of the separate derivatives of the functions. So now this is more than 1. You understand? So the power is more than 1. If you see now, this is raised to power 3. This is raised to power 2. The previous one wasn't up to this. Do you understand? So now let's quickly solve this example. So now we have 4s cubed. So we have y equals to 4s cubed. So now you should be able to solve it on your own now. You understand? With the knowledge of the previous one. So now this 3 will come down here. So this 3 multiplies, so that will be what? 12x. So subtract 1 from this 3. Minus 2 times 12 is 24. Then this is raised to power. So this is 2 minus 1 plus. Then there's one invisible one here. So this one multiply this 3. So that will be 3x 1 minus 1. So this one is 0. You understand? Because it does not have any coefficient. So it does not have any alphabet. So that we have 12x raised to power 2 minus 24x plus 3x raised to power 0. So any number raised to power 0 in indices or logit is 1. That will be 12x squared minus 24x plus 3. So now let's solve the second one now. So y equals to 5 over s squared minus 2 over x plus 14. You understand? This is reciprocal. So let's change it. So when it's reciprocal, this x raised to power, this is 5 over x raised to power s raised to power 2. So it will change to minus because you want to change the reciprocal. So that will be this one too. There's one invisible one here, so it will be minus 1 plus 14. So now this minus 2 will multiply this one. That will be what? Minus 10. So you subtract 1 from it. So this minus 1 will multiply this one. So minus 1 times 2. Minus 1 times minus 2. That will be plus 2. So this 14 is what? Is 0. So we are left with minus 10 x raised to the power minus 3 plus 2x raised to the power minus 2. You can leave it this way or just say minus 10 over x raised to the power 3 plus 2 over x raised to power 2. Or so now to bring this 2, because there's one invisible there's one minus here, so we want this 2 to come before, we want this plus to come before this minus, so you can just say 2 over s squared minus 10 over x raised to power 3. So but if you are seeing this as obj, if you see answer as this, you can leave it this way, or if you see answer as this, you can leave it this way. So it's a choice depending on. But if it's a theoretical, you can just go further and stop here. Do you understand? So now let's move to another thing now. Hello once again. Now let's quickly move to second derivative. Now I said differentiation can be repeated as many times as required on a given function. You understand? The first one will be doing first derivative. So this one is second derivative, whereby we now have what? The x, the y, we have the y dx and the square y dx square. You understand? So this is the second derivative, the square y dx square. So now we have to solve this question now. So now the first we are going to do is we first find the dy dx of this question. So that is, so dy dx equals to, so this one will come in, that is 9. 3 will multiply, so that will be 9. So we subtract 1 minus these 2 will multiply this 2, that will be 4x 2 minus 1. So already now this 4 is 0. So now let's get the answer. So we have 9x raised to power 2 minus 4x. You understand? So now let's now find the square y dx square. So that will be 2 times 9, 18 x2 minus 1 minus this 1 here, the one that is here, multiplied by 4, that will be 4x 1 minus 1. Okay, so that will be 18x minus 4x raised to power 0, which is 18x minus 4. You understand? So that is the square y dx square. Now I said, note, the square y dx square is different from the y over dx all squared. You know why? It's because the first one is the second derivative. This is the second derivative. Why this one, dy dx, is the square root of what? Dy all squared is the square root of dy dx. So they are different, you understand? So dy dx is the square root of what? So this is the what? Square root. This is the square of what? Dy dx. You understand? But this one is what? Second derivative. So these are the differences, you understand? So don't mix them up. Now, so it says sometimes a function can be written as f of x equals to tx squared plus tx plus 1 instead of y equals to 2x squared. When we talk about a function, talk about f of x. Do you understand? So now this is how function is written. You understand? This is how we write a function. You understand? But if it's not a function, it will just be y. You understand? So now, so instead of y equals to this, then we have that its own form of dy dx will now be. So when you want to write a function of what? And instead of writing dy dx, and if you want to write a function to be f raised to power 1x, you understand? This is the first derivative in function. Do you understand? So now, so x, f raised to power 1x equals to 4x plus 3. You understand? That is dy dx. Instead of writing dy dx, to be f raised to power 1. That is function. You get it now? Also, the square dy over dx. So instead of writing the square dy over dx square over dx square in function, you'll be writing f raised to power what? 1, 1. You understand? So it's not the f raised to power what? We might figure 2x, whereby we now have what we got? We got 4x plus 3. So the square y or the y square function of the function 2x will now be 4. So now it's now be 4. So instead of writing the square y over the x square, it will be right f. You now write f raised to power 2. You understand? F raised to power 2x. F raised to power 2x equals to 4. Talking about function. So now special derivative results. We have functions, we have derivative results. So now in hex or log hex, so whenever you see in hex or log hex, I have to define the differentiation of this one. Once you have to differentiate this, it will be what? 1 over hex. So if you have to differentiate sine hex, you will get what? Cos x. If you have to differentiate cos x, it will be minus sine hex. If you have to differentiate tan hex, it will be sec square hex. If you have to differentiate cot x, it will be what? Minus cosec square x. If you have to differentiate sec x, it will be sec x times tan hex. So if you have to differentiate cosec hex, it will be what? Minus cosec x cot x. You understand? So we are now moving to what? Function of function or chain rule. So now we have function of a function or chain rule. So now let's quickly move to chain rule now. So now say function of a function, chain rule. So that is a new subtopic. So say y equals to x plus 1 raised to power 2. So let's do the normal stuff now. So we expand this, let's expand this. So we have x plus 1 x plus 1. So this is x squared plus x plus x plus 1. So that's x squared plus 2x plus 1. You understand? So divide the x equals to, that's 2x 2 minus 1 plus 2 1 minus 1. So that would be 2x plus 2x raised to power 0. So that would be 2x plus 2. Okay, so now Now it says here we can afford to expand it. It's easy for you to expand this one because raised to power 2. But if we now have y equals to x minus 11 raised to power 10, can you expand it? You know, we are going to what? Exhaust our time. We have to find the y dx of this one. It's going to what? It's going to be so tiring. It's going to be so stressful. You understand? So now that is where what chain rule comes to play. Function of a function. So now it is time for us to make use of the formula function of a function or chain rule. So now let's quickly do some examples. Hello amazing people, so let's quickly solve this simple question. So using the function of a function or what chain rule, you understand? So let's use that. Let's do this what's it called question now. So now this is very easy, extremely easy, very easy. So now y equals to x plus 1. This is not like the ones you've been doing, but it's very simple. So now y equals to, so we're introducing u now as a constant. You can introduce a, b or c, but I want to use u. So y equals to u raised to power what? 10. Y equals to u raised to power 10. So now u is this x plus 1. So u is what? X plus 1. Do you understand? So u is x plus 1. So now let's do dy du. So now dy du will now be, this is dy du, this is dy du. Will now be 10. This 10 will come down here with 2 more. So that will be 10 minus 1. The normal way of doing your dy dx. So this is it. This is dy du. So let's do du dx. So we have to do this to make it easy for us. So that will be 1. So du dx is just like 1 raised to power 1 minus 1. Yes, that will be 1s raised to power 1. So the answer is 1. So dy du is what? 10 u raised to power 9. And dy dx is what? Du dx, is 1. Du dx is 1. Dy du is this. So now, what is our dy dx now? Dy dx will now be dy du, you understand it? Dy du times du dx. Du dx. So if you cut this one now, you have dy dx. So if you cut this one, you have dy dx. So that is how to get it. Dy du over dy du times du dx. So what's our dy du? That will be 10 u raised to power n times du dx is what? 1. So now we have 10 u raised to power 9. So now what is our u? Our u is x plus 1. So it's not easy for us to just say 10 x plus 1 raised to power 9. Simple. So this is our dy dx. So instead of expanding, instead of us expanding, you understand? So we just what? So we can just you can just use what? Chain of what? Function of a function, because there are some complex questions that will be coming your way that you might not be able to what? Do on your without using function of the function or without using this formula. Do you understand? So now this is a very simple one. So let's do another one now. Alright, amazing people. So now it's time to smash this particular question. Now if you are seeing this as a short video, ensure you watch the full video. It is very important so you can understand how to go about this, you understand? So you can understand better. Do you get it now? So now we have to find the square y over the x square for the function, you understand? So now let's quickly solve it now. So now I'm using u. So now that will be y equals to u square root of u. So y will now be square root of u, or u raised to power 1 over 2. So now our u is what? X plus 3. Have you seen that now? So our u is x plus 3. So now let's do that. Let's get dy du now. So our dy du, that's very important you watch the full video. Our dy du using this one, I want to use this one now. So this 1 over 2 will come down here. So this one now, you now multiply, you now subtract 1 from 1 over 2. You understand? So the answer will be 1 over 2 u minus 1 over 2. Have you seen that now? So now let's now do du dx. It is important you do this one so that it will be easy for you to solve. So du dx is what? X. 1 plus, this is 1. So there's 1 here. So when this one come down here, that will be 1x 1 minus 1. You understand? So this is 1 x raised to power 0, which give you 1. So du dx is what? 1. So now let's now get dy dx. So dy dx will now be so it will now be dy du times du dx. So as I've said earlier, once you cut this one, you get your dy dx back. Do you understand? So now what is our dy du? Our dy du is this one. half u minus 1 over 2 times, what is our d? U dx is 1. So we now have half u 1 over minus 1 over 2. So we want to change our u now. So what is our u? X plus 3. So that's why I said it is important change of the function of the function you're changing. So now we won't hence there, this is just our dy dx. So that's the square y ds square. So the square y ds square is going to give us the square y over du square times du square over ds square. So now when this one cuts, when you cut this one and this one, you'll be left with this. So you still get back your dy square ds square. So now let's now get the square y du square. So you are going to use this one. So now with the square y du square equals to, so let's get it now. So now this minus 1 over 2 will come here. So that will be minus 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. So you multiply this one, you subtract 1 from this one. Do you understand? So you'll now be left with minus 1 over 2. This is minus 1 over 2 times 2, that will be minus 1 over 4. Raised by minus 3 over 2. So this is our d square y ds square. So now let's now get our du square, So now let's now get our du. Now when you see du square over ds square, it means du dx, which is all squared. So now what is our du dx? It is 1. So that's 1 raised to power 2, which is 1. So now du dx equals to 1. So now let's add it. So we want to get our d square y ds square. So that the square y ds square equals to. So now what is our d square y over du square? We got that as this, which is 1 over 4 u minus 3 over 2. What about our du square over ds square? That is 1. So 1 over 4, when you multiply 1 by this, you get this one. Do you understand? So what is our u? Our u is x plus 3. So substitute it. 1 over 4 x plus 3 minus 3 over 2. Or so let's change it to, or to now be 1 over, sorry, there's a minus here, sorry, this is minus 1 over 4, this is minus, there's a minus here, sorry, minus 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 is minus, so this is minus, this is minus, so it now be minus 1 over 4, so this will be square root now, so this 2 now, it's just like minus 3 times 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 is square root. So that will be 4x plus 3. 4x plus 3 all raised to power 3. You understand? Because this is the rest. So now this will turn to 1 over 3 now. So this is raised to power 3. You get it now? So that's our final answer. So now this is our d square y dx square. Do you understand now?